Hi, my name is Paweł Spychalski, and recently I was able to destroy quite a few servos. That's only half of the pile of the servos I destroyed while playing with the dual-copter, bicopter and the thrust vectoring and stuff like that. And I thought it's actually a good idea to have a video about the anatomy of a servo, what's inside of the servo, what actually is the servo, and how the servos more or less work. What is a servo? A servo is a motor that knows its position, and when driving this motor, this servo, you set the position, not the torque, the rotation, speed, or the direction. No, you tell the servo with some kind of a signal. Over here is the PWM in the servos we are using in the RC hobby. We say to them, okay, go to the angle position 0. That means the PWM length is 1500, and then the servo, no matter what's the current position of the lever over here, just moves to this position and holds the position. How it's doing that? It has the loop control loop, because it knows the position. There are gears, and it has a motor that can go left and right, and this is how it's working. There are two main types of the RC hobby servos we are using. One of them are analogs, and the second one are digitals. Digitals, you might expect that the digital is better because, you know, everything is better when it's digital. In case of the servo, this is not maybe exactly the same case, because there is slight difference how they operate. The digital servo works as on-off, so it's on if it has to go to a target position, and it's always in the same full torque mode. It's just rotating, while the analog servo can go slower or faster depending how far it is from the set point position it should be at. Bottom line, in the majority of the cases it does not really matter what you are using, at least in the small foamies, because almost every servo you can buy will be fine. Okay, maybe not those cheapest blue SG90S 9-gram servos, because with nylon gears, because no, this is, let's say, sometimes they can just burn while watching at them. So what's inside of the servo? Inside of the servo you will definitely see a motor. A motor, usually, because those are cheap, those are brushed, not brushless, but really brushed DC motors that can, of course, rotate left and right. A small electronic board like this one. Now, usually, no matter which servo you really buy, there is a high probability it's really the same chipset inside, because the majority of the servos is really based on the MAC 900 chipset that is labeled with JA5J1, and this is the same design. This is two H bridges, because the motor has to be able to spin left or right, the cords to the generator to provide the clock to the circuitry, and some resistors, and that's all. There's no really high magic. You can have stronger motor, weaker motor, better motor, but usually the electronics in majority of the digital servos is exactly the same. It's this. What makes a servo better or worse is the size of the motor. If this is really like beefy enough to provide enough torque to do what we want it to do, and what's more important, the quality of the gears over here, the mechanical part. How to get to the mechanical part, like this, for example. This is the servo I unfortunately destroyed. The pinion on the main gear over here, it was, I'm not sure if you will be able to see it, it just twisted off from the gear over here, so it's it's just gone. It should be attached over here. This, on the mechanical side, it is really a good servo. They were quite expensive carbon bead servos with full metal gears, and also the encoder over here. Will I be able to get to the encoder? I would like to be able to get to the encoder. The encoder, it can be either very cheap, very cheap potentiometer, or something more. This one, okay, look what's happening. This one even has a bearing, so it's really like expensive servo too, but it just broke like any other Chinesium. I'm not sure this is Chinesium. And how to get to the encoder? Is it welded? I think it's sonic welded. Anyhow, you see over there, there is a potentiometer. There is the potentiometer that informs the electronics over here what's the position of the output shaft of the servo, and should the servo move left or right or just stay in the position. This is really will I be able to? No, not a chance. I don't want to. Yeah, it's there. It's the encoder. In this case, that even might be Hall effect encoder. And they are more expensive, but they are much more reliable than the potentiometers. I wonder what's inside of this servo. Will this thing have the potentiometer or the Hall effect sensor? I think it will be Hall effect. No, it will be a potentiometer. This one is the Hall effect, but this one is probably a potentiometer. The difference, you can spot the difference between the potentiometer and the Hall effect sensor. For example, because you see this one, you can rotate it for as long as you want, because there is no pin protecting this from destroying the potentiometer. While in the servos that are potentiometer based, let me get something. At one point there will be a stop. This servo has grinded gears, so they are off, but at one point there is a stop because there is just a stop. But okay, let us see what's inside of the servo. This one even has a different electronics. This one has a slightly different electronics. Looks like, will I be able to get to the name of the chipset? No, the marking, there are no marking or marking were removed. It looks similar to this one, but maybe it's a different chipset, hard to really tell. Here, instead of having the separate MOSFETs doing the two H bridges, because like I said, they had to switch the polarity on the motor. It's like, looks like integrated, yes, integrated 2H bridges. Over here though, you can see that here we have the, will this be visible? Here we have separate MOSFETs doing the bridges, and here we have one chip doing the bridging and the switching of the polarity. And what's over here? Yep, definitely here you can you, well, oh, this one, half of the gears is metal and half of the gears is unfortunately plastic. Nylon, still it's not something that lasts very long when abused in a different ways. Will I be able to get this out so we can take a look at the potentiometer? Yeah, I should be able to get it out. Yep, the potentiometer is coming out. Yeah, no, chodź maleńki. Oh yeah, you see, here it's a potentiometer that is driven by the output shaft itself, and because it knows the resistance when it's in the middle, it's half of the resistance of the whole potentiometer, and when it goes out, of the... Okay, yeah, you see, it's just regular plain old potentiometer, nothing really fancy over here. I wish I was able to get to the sensor over here. This elastic crap. It's always like that because I'm not scripting my videos. You always get to this point when you do not really know what to tell more. No, this is definitely, I think this is, fuck, what the hell is, no, this is even metal, so I will not be able to do it. Anyhow, this is more or less how the servos are working. Nothing really fancy. One motor, a lot of gears, because those are really small motors and they do not have much torque. They have speed but lack torque, and if you want the output shaft to have at least a little torque, you have to really have the great huge reduction ratio. I don't know why, but that will be hundreds, maybe even thousands to one reduction ratio. Probably it can be checked somewhere in the documentation of the stuff. And the bigger the servo, the better the servo, because, for example, look at the size of this motor and look at the size of this motor. So how do you expect which one is stronger, has more torque, and is able to do the job better? This one, of course. Unfortunately, this one is destroyed. The second one of those is also destroyed, so I do not have those good servos anymore. And with that happy thought, I think it's time to end. I will just get the motors, check if they are working, or maybe I can check if the motors are working right now. Why not? Why not? Why not? Give me a second. That was more like a second, but I have the motor, I have the power supply. Let's do this in the ugly way and let's see if the motor is still working. Yeah, the motor is working. Nice motor, by the way. I will try to... I'm not giving this motor away. It's a cool little motor. Okay, with that happy accent, that's all for today. Until the next one. Bye bye. Oh, there will be more about servos. At least I want that there will be more about servos, because I want to show you something else about the servos. Okay, that's all for today. Bye bye.